At 80, what really proves you're still winning at life? Is it how steady you are on your feet? How sharp your memory feels? Or maybe, could it be something much deeper? You see, most people assume that turning 80 automatically means slowing down, losing energy, and giving up the joys of life. But here's the truth. Many seniors at 80 are not just holding on. They're healthier, sharper, and even happier than some people 20 years younger. And that's what we're diving into today. I'm going to share with you 5 surprising abilities that experts, and elders themselves, recognize as proof that you are thriving, not just surviving, well into your 80s. And here's a little secret. The final ability on this list is the one people overlook the most. Yet it may be the clearest sign of resilience you can possibly have. So stick with me until the end. You don't want to miss it. Now, before we jump in, let me give you a quick roadmap of where we're heading. We're going to look at 5 key abilities that reveal just how strong and alive you really are at 80. These aren't random guesses or old sayings. They come straight from research, from caregivers, and most importantly, from the real experiences of older adults who are still living with strength, purpose, and joy. We'll talk about your body, your mind, your energy, your connections with others. And yes, something much deeper that most people never even think about. As you listen, I want you to reflect on your own life. You might realize you're already doing better than you thought, or you might see a few areas where small changes could make a big difference. Either way, these 5 abilities will give you a clear picture of where you stand today, and how you can keep winning at life for the years ahead. Alright, let's start with the very first ability. If at 80 you can still move with steady balance and independence, you are already winning at life. Think about it for a moment. Every step you take, every time you rise from a chair without help, every time you walk across the room without hesitation, that is your body telling you it's still strong, still working with you, not against you. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine 2 men, both 81. Leonard starts each morning with a short walk to the park. He stands tall, keeps pace with his grandchildren, and steps onto the curb without a second thought. Now, Paul, same age, same background, has slowed down. He grips the arm of his chair just to stand, shuffles when he walks, and reaches for furniture to keep steady. Here's the thing. Leonard and Paul are only a few months apart in age, but their quality of life feels decades apart. And the difference isn't luck, it's balance. Now let me ask you, when you stand up from your chair, do you feel steady on your feet, or do you feel like you need a second to catch yourself? Can you walk across a room with confidence, or do you feel like the floor moves beneath you? Balance is not just about legs. It's about muscles, nerves, circulation, even the sharpness of your brain. Researchers have found that older adults who can stand on one leg for 10 seconds or walk briskly are far less likely to face sudden falls, injuries, or loss of independence. That simple act of steadiness is like a secret message from your body saying, "I've still got your back." And here's some good news. Balance is not fixed. You can improve it, even at 80. Gentle practices like walking heel to toe, standing on one foot for a few seconds, or simple exercises like Tai Chi can help retrain your body to stay grounded. But let me leave you with a little thought to chew on. What do you think matters more at 80? Having strong muscles or having good balance? Some people argue that strength is everything, while others believe balance is the real key to independence. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's move to the second ability. If at 80 you can still keep your mind sharp and stay engaged with the world around you, you're not just living, you are thriving. Let me share a story with you. Helen is 82. Every morning she enjoys her crossword puzzles, she keeps up with the news, and she can recall the smallest details from yesterday's phone call with her sister. Her mind feels alive. She laughs easily, and she still finds joy in learning new things. Now Margaret, same age, just 2 doors down, struggles with little lapses. She forgets where she placed her glasses. She repeats the same question to her daughter. Sometimes, she even loses track of what she was about to do. The difference between Helen and Margaret? It isn't just genetics. It's engagement. Helen keeps her brain active. Margaret, little by little, has stopped challenging hers. And here's where you can reflect on your own life. Do you still enjoy reading a book and remembering the story the next day? Can you follow a lively conversation without feeling lost? Do you recall those small, personal details that make relationships warm and meaningful? Researchers have seen time and time again that seniors who stay mentally engaged, through conversation, games, reading, or even learning a new skill, not only lower their risk of cognitive decline, but also report living with greater joy and purpose. Now, here's the best part. Just like balance, mental sharpness can be strengthened at any age. You don't have to master advanced math or memorize poetry. It can be as simple as playing memory games, staying socially active, or even recalling 3 things you're grateful for before bed. Small habits, practice daily, keep your brain flexible and alert. But let me ask you this, and I really want you to think about it. Do you believe puzzles and brain games do more for your mind? Or do you think real conversations and social engagement are the secret to staying sharp? Share your perspective in the comments. I'm curious to see which side you lean on. Now let's talk about the third ability. At 80, one of the clearest signs that you're still winning at life is being able to sleep soundly and wake up with energy. I know, it sounds simple, doesn't it? But sleep is not just rest. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, when your brain clears out waste, when your heart and immune system reset for the next day. Without good sleep, even the strongest person will start to feel weak, cloudy, and worn down. Let me give you 2 examples. Raymond, age 80, keeps a steady bedtime. He sleeps around 7 hours most nights, and when he wakes up, he has enough energy to prepare breakfast, chat with his wife, and enjoy his morning walk. His days feel steady, his mood is positive, and he gets things done without feeling drained. Then there's Arthur, same age, same community. But his nights are broken. He tosses, he turns, and he wakes up 3 or 4 times before morning. By the time the sun comes up, he's already exhausted. His thoughts feel foggy, and even the simplest chores feel like heavy work. Now, let me turn the mirror on you. Do you wake up refreshed most mornings, or do you feel like the night gave you very little rest? Do you find yourself dozing off during the day because your sleep was shallow or broken? Researchers have found that older adults who maintain healthy sleep patterns are less likely to suffer from memory loss, heart problems, or weak immunity. In other words, your nights shape your days. And here's the good news, you can almost always improve sleep. It doesn't always require medicine. Small habits matter, turning off screens an hour before bed, avoiding heavy meals late at night, getting natural sunlight in the morning, or creating a calming routine before sleep. Sometimes it's as simple as reading a book or doing light stretching before bed. But here's a question I'd love for you to weigh in on. Do you think sleeping longer hours always means better sleep? Or could too much sleep actually be harmful as well? It's a debate that's been going on for years, and I'd really like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Now, the fourth ability is one that people often underestimate. At 80, if you can still laugh, connect, and share life with others, you are doing better than many realize. Let me tell you why. Laughter and companionship are not just nice extras, they're medicine for the body and the soul. Social connection lowers stress, strengthens your heart, and even keeps your brain sharper. Without it, life becomes smaller, lonelier, and harder than it needs to be. Picture 2 women, both 83. Evelyn makes a point to meet her friends once a week. She calls her grandchildren, she shares stories, and she laughs, really laughs, during conversations. Her days feel full of warmth and joy. Now, Clara, same age, but a very different reality. She spends most of her time alone. Meals are eaten in silence, days pass quietly, and loneliness weighs on her spirit. Over time, that isolation chips away at her energy and her health. So let me ask you, what about you? Do you still look forward to conversations with family or friends? Do you find yourself smiling and laughing often, or have those moments become rare? Researchers have shown that seniors with strong social ties live longer, recover faster from illness, and show less risk of depression or memory decline. In short, connection keeps us alive, not just physically, but emotionally. And here's the hopeful part. It's never too late to rebuild connection. Even small steps count, calling an old friend, joining a local group, or simply spending more time with neighbors. Every shared laugh, every conversation, adds life to your years. But let me leave you with a thought to chew on. Some people say solitude can be peaceful, even healthy, while others believe too much of it can slowly destroy a person's spirit. What do you think? Is solitude a blessing or a hidden danger at 80? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd really love to hear your perspective. And now we've reached the fifth and final ability, and I believe this one may surprise you. At 80, if you can still wake up each day with a sense of purpose, with something to look forward to, and the flexibility to adapt when life changes, you are truly winning at life. Purpose is powerful. It's not about having a big career or chasing money. At this stage, purpose might mean tending a garden, mentoring a younger neighbor, writing down your memories, or simply being present for your family. It's about having a reason to get up in the morning, no matter how small, that gives meaning to your day. Let me give you a picture. George, age 84, spends his mornings caring for his plants. Each seed he waters reminds him that life still grows, even in later years. He feels useful, grounded, and proud of the little world he's nurturing. Meanwhile, Ruth, also 84, says she feels aimless. Her days pass without structure, without passion. The television fills the silence, but her heart feels empty. She is alive, but she doesn't feel like she's truly living. And here's where adaptability comes in. Because let's be honest, life at 80 is different than life at 40 or 50. Maybe you can't move as quickly as before. Maybe you've lost loved ones along the way. But if you can adapt, if you can find new ways to create joy, to stay useful, to give and to grow, then you are proving that your spirit is unbreakable. So let me turn the question to you. What do you think gives more meaning at 80, relationships with loved ones, or personal passions and hobbies? Some say family is everything. Others believe purpose comes from within, from the things you create or love to do. I'd love to hear where you stand. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because here's the truth. Purpose is the heartbeat of resilience. It keeps you moving forward. And if you still have it at 80, you're not just surviving. You're showing the world that life, in all its richness, is still yours to shape. So let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've just shared. At 80, winning at life doesn't mean running marathons or climbing mountains. It means holding on to the abilities that make each day full of strength, joy, and meaning. Number 1. Being able to move with balance and independence. Number 2. Keeping your mind sharp and engaged. Number 3. Resting deeply at night and waking with energy. Number 4. Sharing laughter and connection with others. And number 5. Living with purpose and adaptability, even as life changes. If you can do these things, you are not just counting years, you are creating quality in every year you live. And here's the beauty of it. Even if you feel yourself slipping in one area, there is always room to improve. Balance can be trained. Memory can be sharpened. Sleep can be restored. Friendships can be rebuilt. And purpose can always be rediscovered. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 abilities do you feel strongest in right now? And which one do you want to work on? Your answers might encourage someone else who's listening today. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and they mean the world to me. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Strong Living and turn on the bell so you never miss another video filled with advice, encouragement, and wisdom for living well at every age. And before you go, think about someone in your life who might need this reminder today. A parent, a friend, a neighbor. Share this video with them. It could be the spark that changes how they see their own journey. Remember, your story isn't finished. Every walk you take, every laugh you share, every new day you wake up with purpose is proof that life is still rich, still meaningful, and still worth celebrating. Thank you for being here with me today on Senior Strong Living. Until next time, take care of yourself, and keep living strong. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Senior Strong Living. If this video inspired you, if it gave you even one reminder that your life at 80 can still be rich and powerful, then please take a moment to give it a like. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Your support truly helps us continue creating meaningful content for seniors and the families who love them. And here's something simple you can do today. If you know someone who's approaching 80, or maybe already thriving beyond it, share this video with them. Think of it as a gift, A little encouragement that could brighten their day and remind them just how much they still have to live for. And before you go, let me leave you with a soft preview of what's ahead. In our next video, we'll explore another surprising habit, one that may not only add years to your life, but also life to your years. You won't want to miss it.